through. Mike, truly,
Alan got a very strong hand.
we've got a couple from the Netherlands. Looking down the list here, we've got a couple of GBs, Mark Armstrong, Paul Barker, Robert Whittaker, three of those.
Well, here's Geoff Luckett with Joe Pessetti's Robin. Geoff started his international career with the Edgars years ago. Always, again, very competitive, former speedway rider, Geoff Luckett, looking back in time. But I think he's probably got the best string of horses he's ever had. And he is a magician at riding difficult horses. This one by Burgraaf, 10-year-old Burgraaf, Dutch-bred stallion, which is one that is highly regarded in any jumping pedigree these days. Nearly all jump Burgraafs, progeny of. He happened to go clear, he'd have not only a good draw, but the others would definitely have to look to their laurels.
So as they come towards the end of the class, of course, they jump in the same order that they jumped in the first round. So the first clear from the first round will be the first to go in the jump-off. And a slight advantage, obviously, to go at the end there, Mike.
Definitely. But these are rolling draws. The draw changes every day. So, okay, Geoff might be late today, but he'll come at the beginning of some classes.
Just to give everyone a fair crack at the whip.
Exactly. So,
well, Mike, you said it'd be good if he got through, and he has. Well, stay with us, because there's still 4 more top riders to come in the Grand Slam Classic. Come back with us straight after the break.
Level of competition, one down, and with 4 seconds to add. There has been an experiment to take it down to 2 seconds, and then on occasions that has worked. But I don't think it's fair, really, when you have a fence down and you get ahead of those that are clear and not so fast. I think 4 seconds for this sort of class is definitely better.
Well, here's a man that knows about speed, Geoff Luckett, riding Robin, second on Robin in the Grand Slam Classic. Did in fact win the knockout as well. So, Geoff Luckett.
It's owned by Joe Pessetti, this one, who's been a very good owner for Geoff and has got him very much a team of horses that have put him back near the top of British Showjumping. So good to see, great enthusiast and very competitive. We can see it here. Now, he is somewhere in the hunt. We'll take a check back at 9. Daniel de Sir was back in just over 38 seconds, and the current leader, Michael van der Vleuten, was here in under... Oh, and he's a second up. And he will gallop, I think, to last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He takes a stride.
He's done it.
And he's taken the second and a half off it.
Well, that puts Geoff Luckett in the lead with Joe Pessetti's Robin. Well, Mike, he is one man you can rely on to give you a bit of fun in the speed class, isn't he?
Always have a go. He took a wrong course the other night, very unlike Geoff, and he was having a bit of a giggle about it, although at the same time, he, you know, wondering whether he'd had one of those senior moments. But however, he's in the lead. 48.32 for that man, Geoff Luckett. It's again a competition, 2 Whittakers in the top 3, but the man who wins it, and he deserves it, Geoff Luckett on Robin, with that very, very fast round. 48.32. Ellen Whittaker and William Whittaker following him into the winner's enclosure. And when you think that John started off in 65.33, you realise how good those top 6 were.
That's the trophy there on the pedestal in the middle of the arena, and that is going to be presented to the winner of the British Speed Stakes here on the last day of the British Open. And there, taking his hat off to salute the crowd, Geoff Luckett, who did the most blistering round in 48.32 seconds on Joe Passetti's Robin to win his second class here this week at the British Open. Geoff Luckett, a very, very popular British rider, former Speedway rider, so he knows all about going quickly. And he wins the British Speed Stakes. He'll take home that £2,000 cheque, £6,000 total prize money. And there's Jackie Wood from the British Showjumping Association making the presentation to Geoff Luckett. That's the trophy. He'll be chuffed with the trophy, but he'll be also chuffed with the cheque. Crowds showing their appreciation. Of course, let's not forget that this week has also been a lot about the Whitakers, and we've got a lot more to come from them in the Open, the British Open final, but they were in second and third. Ellen took the second place, and William Whitaker took third place. But the spoils went to Geoff Luckett. So Geoff Luckett takes the British Open. There's Ellen, you just saw. There she is. So close. Quarter of a second split Ellen away from that cup. However, such a popular rider and so good for show jumping. But the winner, Geoff Luckett, time 48.32 on Joe Passetti's horse. Robin takes the British Speed Stakes.
Geoff, turning out to be a good week for you.
Very good week.
Yeah.
You know, it's give these two horses a chance to move up a level, and really pleased with this horse.
Yeah, Robin's quite a speed horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he won sort of 10 international classes last year, but a little bit lower level. But he was only a novice at the beginning of last year, although he's a little bit older. But he's a very quick horse, and now he's picking up the turns even quicker. But,
did you think that going into that today, did you think you were going to be able to set a good time?
He's always quick. The only problem was the third turn I wasn't that keen on, but then when two did it, you have to do it. Yeah. So then it was just a case of sitting and waiting. But then when you got Ellen come in, and twice at Horse showing Speed Horse of the Year, she's done me. So it's a little bit of payback.
Yeah, yeah. And as you come over that last double at the end, gallop towards the end, what did you do? Push on there?
Push on a little bit, but he has a hell of a stride, and you have to watch that you don't get there too quick. Yeah. So you know, I had to just be a little bit easy there. But he'd actually, I think the quickest he was on the other side, vertical to Oxley. He took 5 strides instead of 6.
Yeah, right.
So really pleased.
Excellent. Well, it's been a good week and been in the money.
Yeah, in the money all week.
And
pay a few bills.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you. Cheers.
That's all we got time for here at the British Open Jumping Championships 2008. We'll see you soon.